Coolio. Right. Okay. Excellent. We have more CA games to cast. I cast 5 on what's this today? Tuesday. I cast 5 on Sunday. Cast Stromberg versus Mookman, Sir versus Cecile. I didn't save it in my notes. But I saved it somewhere else. No, on Sunday I cast Altera versus Bubbly Boo, Legato versus Hans, Cassius versus Thunder, and Stromberg versus Ups. Oops. There we go. Excellent. Made a note of that. Somewhere else. Let us look at some more. I think that means I've got 6 left to cast in round 2. Let's start at the bottom, I think. Keep so I can keep track. TP versus Gray. Let's go with this one.
Initialized.
Oh, okay, so Trip going as marked. Gray going as Iraq. You updated the ones you casted. A thing. Dark made a thing. Ha 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 ha. Nice. So we have. Let me pause this in the background. We have Who Cares versus Creo, Hyper versus Sir, Trip versus Gray, which we're doing now, Gavin versus Dark. We can do that one next, because Tengun had to bow out. Duke versus Mookman, and Nika versus Kasib. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I didn't cast this. I definitely only cast. See above? 2 forfeits. 2 forfeits. Okay, right. 2 forfeits. Got it. Okay. Right. Well. Your top 4? I think maybe either you need to recheck that, Thunder, or Dark needs to recheck his math. Or make sure he didn't mistype something when he entered. I find it hard to believe. Right. Anyway. Let's resume with this. We have Marked versus Rock. Trip versus Gray. Missed the mod stream earlier. How far into... Oh, man. I got quite tilted earlier. There were a few puzzle missions. Not that good. Several haven't played yet. Yeah. Okay. So it forfeit because it timed out. Stupid. Mission number 12? 13? Something like that. I want to say. Top 24. I can't wait for Thunder to be against Legato or Stromberg next. What did I got it. I think I got through like 3 missions, man. And I got quite tilted. There's a lot of... The missions themselves are short, but they took me forever. There's a lot of just restart. But hey ho. Anyway, both been building wars. Gray a little bit ahead. Trip losing out. The airstrip is faster to build by 4 seconds, and yet he's 10 seconds behind. No. So we have, yeah, just two oils on this map. And he scattered this ages ago. He will cap it, though. He will cap it. Gray moving. Going for that harvester next. Lots of imp coming out. Right, okay. Ref, trip. Pretty passive start. Pretty passive start. A nice number of rocket soldiers. Obviously, I'm not going to be against mediums or heavies, just lights. But, ooh, I like this. Lots of minigunners from both of them. And Trip actually going for the comm center, otherwise known as an observation point. Rifleman down there. It might get the oil. I do. Not sure about that chem tower placement. A little bit strange. And Trip has yet to move. He is going bikes, but... And he's going howitzers? Interesting. Won't get it. Too much imp. Nice try, though. I don't know what the hell YouTube chat is doing. Been breaking for the last 3 or 4 days. Airstrip. We're going at Heinz. Yeah, they've got the chain on and rockets. I really like that. So, do we have... We got the howitzer upgrade. And now we're not getting howitzers. That's just artillery. Miss. Okay, V2. Kind of missing its first shot. Hitting the second quite nicely. Hind glitching out like it's red alert 1. And that was kind of a Trip win, honestly. Even if yeah, I mean, Gray lost more, but even if he hadn't, I'd say it was a Trip win because he maintained his position. It's quite important here. He's holding the middle. Oh, nice expansion from Gray, and very nice chem tower placement too. I don't know if these actually killed anything. Halves 5 for Gray, 7 for Gray, sorry, 5 for Trip. Spy. Ah. Hang on. Subterranean strikes. Don't they get... No, that's lead, yeah. Halos? Trip is very late on this expansion. He's gone for a much he's very broke actually as well. Like decoy projectors, why? You are broke, you have no buggies. Cancel the decoy projectors and build yourself a ref, please. Like cancel everything at this point, right? Because you're only getting money from over here basically, and it's taking it's costing you so much. If you cancelled all of these, got that ref out, in the long run you'd still finish these faster, even if you cancelled and restarted building. Like, you do not need a singular light tank. It's gonna make zero difference if he pushes. And instead, you've wasted the time of 2 harvesters going back and forth twice. Well, it's huge. Great. A Trip could have been dead. Should have been dead. Is a Halo for... No, there is something in the Halo. I don't know what blue means. I've not seen blue before as a thing. It's not engineer, is it? Infiltrator. Oh. Get the infiltrator in. Like, you just scattered all around the side of the map here. Like, I mean, you've got a clear war factory and a clear axe. Shame you can't hotkey stuff to keep an eye on it. Oh, thieves in here. Anyone make out what that was? Was it a thief? It looked like a thief. One went into the ref. How much money do you get from a thief? Okay. Our infiltrator making a run for it. Maybe. %. Is he like looking to go for power or something? Yep, it was a thief. Or is he just using it as a scout? Venoms. I like Venoms. Oh, Boris. That is unfortunate. And I don't think Grey wins this. That's a lot of light tanks. But it's just too much army, too much supply. Venom. Oh, yes. Yes. Venom won't auto attack because it's built on hold fire mode. Oh no, the irradiated tank. The Desolator's doing so much work. But yeah, this is very much over. I think this is over. Honestly, I blame it all on the refinery. I don't care if I'm right or wrong, but I absolutely blame it on this refinery taking forever. It cost Gray so much money. Trip, sorry. Look at this. He went from 3K earnings, or yeah, he went from 9K earnings down to 3, and it took from 6.5 minutes to 10 minutes, right, before his eco started to stabilize again. If it just placed that ref down instead of building a light tank and starting decoy reactors, which I never saw him use. I never saw a single buggy be made even. Same with the howitzer, although I don't blame him for that. He was building artillery at the start. Maybe he just changed his build, but Trip, like this was absolutely, this is so much money. Almost a 20% difference in money earned. But there we go. One for Gray.
Battle control terminated.
Let's see how Trip does in game 2. Gray going same faction, Trip going same faction. Interesting.
Battle control initialized.
So Trip in the top right, Gray in the bottom left. Lots of these comm centers. Twin cannon. What? Oils. Just one oil each, just a safe oil, I think. Oh. Honestly, the music in Red Alert Alternative is that's the best, some of the best game music I've heard in ages. Allies Mission 5. It's good fun, isn't it? All right, so we got NG going for the comm center for Gray. Interesting. He doesn't want to be caught off guard. No, Bow Wow made way more DTA content. That's true. That's true. I'm going to give the Combined Arms co-op campaigns a go on Monday. See how those work. Looking forward to that. Oh no, Trip, my boy, please. Very much less than ideal. Very much less than ideal. At least he's a lot faster on his airstrip this time. And Trip going to prevent Gray from possibly getting that. Grenadiers, I completely missed it. Oh no! Power plant goes down. Pull the miner. Oh no. 50 or 500, whichever is higher. 500 is just the East gets a refund at least. Got it. That was awful. And Trip is building a comm center even though he's low power, or he will. Yeah, he's low power. Trip maybe not having a good day here. Yeah, switch to power. Finally gets the oil. Yeah. I think we'll put it down to having a bad day. I highly approve of the laser turret there though. Probably should have been a bit earlier. As I said last stream, there is really no excuse for not having one of these prepped, just pre-built. If you go broke or about to go broke, cancel it and then start rebuilding it. Doesn't cost you anything, and it means when those grenadiers arrive, even if they target your racks, you just slap that thing down straight away. Interesting. Concrete wall. Shame there's this hole in it. But at least he has, you know, the vision. Hey, is that wall superiority? Yeah. Walls never quite go as far as you want them to, right? How often do you build a wall? Pretty rarely. And when you do, you find that you don't quite have the build range or radius to get quite as far out as you need it to. Trip going for late expand again. Looks like it. He's going for a second racks. On 4 harvester. Okay, now he expands. I think some of it's the micro. I think Trip might be struggling with the multitasking. Broke again. I cancel the light tank. Just cancel the light tank, buddy. Please. You can't be building out of 3 racks and a wall on 3 harvesters. There is no point at all. And that's full of shit. These give vision. They're lookout posts. The RA1 Soviet Tech Labs are build expansion points. But again, if he didn't build any of this and then just built his ref, he would be able to build all of these faster. He would have had all of them out by now.
You are no match for Boris.
This will up, yeah. So his eco is dropped by 20% from 6.3k down to 5k for the last 2 minutes of the game. It's and then you go in for an attack. The tanks are way too out forward. They didn't body block or anything. They just inside. Trip, buddy, friend. I wonder if Trip's an open RA player. Because this triple racks should show up in YouTube app via a bot. It shows up in the bottom left. I'm not sure it ever showed up in YouTube chat. But it does, it should show up on stream. And you got these little icons as well. YouTube is very much just a VOD library. Because Twitch doesn't keep everything forever. And I don't know the bots and stuff as well on YouTube as I do on Twitch. Having some sort of unified chat would be nice, though. That might have been when I was using Streamlabs, but Streamlabs broke all the time. You know those stats? I mean, a valiant effort. A valiant effort. And I do wonder whether his build was very much OpenRA focused and not Combined Arms focused. That would certainly explain a lot. And it would, who was it? Yara. Yara did something very similar with 3-4 racks. 3 and then 4 racks in round 1. Not only getting quite broke, but also not then building out of the separate racks. And then said afterwards in Discord, yeah, forgot that CA had multi-queue as opposed to multi-factory bonus. Can you sustain triple racks production with 4 miners? If you're not building anything else, I would expect so. Oh, what, in OpenRA? Who knows? Rob Tim for participating, no? Yeah. Yeah. RA is single queue. Yeah, so you're spending it, so it's it would be like reducing build time to 25% if you had 4, or 33% if you had 3 racks. And I don't think multi-racks in Red Alert OpenRA is likely to reduce the build time by 66%. That seems a lot. All right, Leggy, I'll still be here. Maybe it does. Maybe it does. But 3 racks is equivalent to 66% build time reduction. And I expect OpenRA the build time reduction is probably like 30%. It's probably like 25 or 35%. Probably like 20% off on your first one, and then diminishing returns. I think Red Alert 2 is like 20%, then 18 or like 18%, and then you get diminishing returns. I can't quite remember the number. But yeah, I mean, if it was a good attempt using the information he had available. Hopefully he adapts. Now let me just again check my notes. Gray armor. So let's do Milkman versus Bones. Now I Milkman in round 1 played Stromberg. Yeah, okay, that would have been rough. And Bones went 1 for 1 if I remember correctly. Let me just get the challenge up again. Yeah, Milkman went 0 against Stromberg, but Bones went. Oh, Bones went 0 for 2 against Up. Against Ups. Oops. That's understandable. I seem to remember Duke playing pretty damn well. It's just been quite unfortunate that he was against Oops.
Battle control initialized.
So let's see how these guys do here. We have Milkman going as specifically Eagle. What would he want here? You could do some, you could probably do some early game pressure with pit bulls, maybe. Hover MLRS, and a bit more maneuverable. Nice. Might work well with search and destroy. Pitbull tier 3. Honestly, I can't remember. It's been so long since I played Eagle. Oh, I thought they were basic. And then Duke went any. Now on this map. 1 oil, 2 oil, 3 oil, 4 oil. Yeah. I'm expecting both of these players are pretty experienced with CA. Always forget this doesn't have ERC. ERC. What in God's name does that mean? Evil Mr. Bones. You gotta love the medics, though. Love the medics. Gets the vision. Oh, NG. He means NG. He forgot the NG. Now, it's just a rock. On the mini-map, it looks a bit blue. These are going to cause issues. Is he slightly aware? He has... Look at this. Look at this. And behold what happens when... The timing couldn't be worse. Literally the worst. And now he's gonna go for the oil. Shit like that can cost you in the game. 100%. 100%. Absolutely can cost you the game. Which is why, again, I stress so much how absolutely useful it is and how it's free to pre-build a guard tower. And no low power all good. That's true. That's true. Can you kill ruins? Still behind 1 power. Yeah. But a power only takes like 6 seconds to build. And great positioning of the minigunner. He knows that these guys are out. He's sending the attack move. The engage is here. And Milkman comes out on top. From 1 shot of ruin. Hello, Mr. Bones. An expansion? No? Hey, we've got superior firepower. Still bombardment for Milkman. Which is never a bad choice. Duke is making another MCV. Curiouser and curiouser. Both RA players. Why is he building another MCV now? Hey, expanding Thunder, I'm 100% with you. You have no idea how many times I would complain when playing the CA campaign, being like, oh, I'm being attacked. Okay, let me just place the Tesla coil down in my base. Oh no, wait, I've moved my MCV. Can't build next to my base. I've base called the entire map. Yep. Exactly the same, buddy. It is so hard for me to play combined arms. Makes harassing super powerful. Yes, it does. It really does. But I think Duke is dead. I think it doesn't matter what he does now. Other Merls. Nice and mobile. Anti-infantry. Can they attack move? He then cancels the M's. No, he doesn't. He expands with both? Why? Why would you do that? Like, he always wants to be building. That's why. He never wants one undeployed. Nice versus AI. Don't think that works versus a human. That you're broke. There's literally no point. There's the attempt. Now, Milkman might incorrectly assume, seeing this, that that's his only MCV. He's about to have a rude awakening. Two harvesters go down. Katyushas are out. Katyushas hit the medics, which is nice. All the medics go down. Katyushas get a nice spread, but 3 miners going down. 4th one goes down. 5th one goes down. 2 left, but they're both up here. And there's an AGT whacking on them. You can get a building boost when you have a multi-MCV. Yeah, sure, but when you're broke, it's irrelevant, right? Oh yeah, shit. I mean, this is not great, but I don't think it's critical. These are empty. That's full. Stop rally pointing, please. No, okay. No way Duke comes back from this. He has no money and no Harveys. As opposed to Milkman, who does. And that's the difference here. Two refs, 4 Harveys, an A10. These racks. The oil will help him. You need that racks up, buddy. Change the micro. Still don't quite know how to target the A10s. Yeah. Woman needs to do something about this. We're in panic mode now from Milkman. We have 1 ref up there. 2 refs. Duke is fucking coming back. No fucking way. This is insane. Do you not mining gems? I'm not sure you can get in here. Fucking hell. Wow. Duke. I mean, I said that he was going to win, didn't I? I think you'll all agree that I always said that Duke was likely to win that. I had complete and utter confidence in him. It might have looked like Milkman was going to win, but no. Being an experienced caster that I am, I predicted the winner correctly. That was a comeback. I'm not really, because Milkman fucked up. That attack, I mean, he fumbled a little bit, I guess. I think he kind of thought he'd already won. Like me. I'm probably just got a bit relaxed. I never really dealt with this attack. Fumbled the rally point on the racks a bit there as well. But hot diggity
Battle
damn.
control terminated.
You realize how much ego Duke lost when I watched it the first time? He lost, yeah. I mean, it was everything. He literally lost all of his harvesters and all of his refs. Apart from that, like, one in the middle, which then he lost.
Battle control initialized.
Okay. So, Milkman up in the top right, Duke down in the bottom left. Milkman going for Zocom. Interesting. And Duke going for any. And getting ARC. Oils. 1, 2. That's it. Number 1. It's disrespectful of the VA. It's not really at all disrespectful of the VA. I don't think. What else are you gonna do? Do you want a voice line that fits, or do you want someone to make a new voice line that doesn't fit in with the existing voice lines? Not disrespect. If anything, it's actually respect. You're not gonna be able to find the guy who did the original So let's AI it so that we can honor the original voice lines. I mean, I take your point as well. I understand why people think that, but I think it's the exact opposite. If Dark and the other CA guys wanted to do their own voice lines, they could very easily do their own voice lines, but they think it would be higher quality to AI the original ones, which I completely agree with. Test the track VO. I wanna respec Siri on my phone to sound like Eva. I'm waiting for the technology. Or Cabal. Sounds weird. Hearing Morgan Freeman here and there. Oh yeah, you like lots of them. Anyway, are we gonna see Duke expand really late again? Probably. Nice quick expansion from Milkman though. Before the War Factor impact. A bold choice. Oh, gets the NG as well. Nice try, Duke. No, I think in any aspect of anything, you know, in literally anything, there's no problem using AI in it, so long as the AI is being used as a tool in a toolbox. AI shouldn't itself be the entire toolkit. Nothing wrong with you getting AI to, I don't know, like when these buildings pop up placed, right? You've got little animations. Let's try and find an example. Or yeah, when the door opens here, right? When this pops up out of the ground is a better one. When it gets sold is the same thing in reverse. That's a series of images, a series of models that have to be modeled. There's nothing wrong with creating as an artist, you know, the mod team, a couple of images and then getting AI to auto-generate everything in between. That's perfectly fine. Getting AI to make yourself a power plant from scratch, that's when things start to look weird. If it looks fine, no one's going to notice. But if it doesn't look fine, then people are going to notice and then call the mod team lazy. So there's nothing wrong with AI being a tool in the toolkit, but it shouldn't be the entire toolkit. Anyway, we do not have a second MCV this time. Really weird that it happened first time. Nice Xing on the Inf. Really nice Xing. We have a fair amount of rocket troopers here. Who won the first map? Somehow, Duke. Oof. Traffic jam. Milkman going for another Rax and then decides to cancel the Rax and move his MTV. Double Rax for Duke with a third one on the way. Moves the harvesters, which is good. Also, if one player intersects the other, I agree. I don't like it. I did that so that I could see how many rocket troopers one player had. There is no way. I have to like zoom in really tight to be able to see how many they have there. I kind of get it, because I guess it's using the same selection as if I go like this, right? And normally if you go like that, you want to see the differing unit values. So I imagine it's not possible to be able to select all, but when you double click, it only applies to one team. Maybe it is. Tank's way too far ahead. Tank's way too far ahead. Your tanks are not your damage. Your tanks are your shield. It's not red alert 2. To the same unit, yeah. So yeah, what's the eco looking like? Duke, a little bit low, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad. And he can get this. I'm not sure about building in a square like that. And both players building basically the same thing here. Battle tanks and in. No one opting for tech. Interesting little side push. That's going to do a lot of damage. That's probably going to deter the attack. It's going to kill enough of them before Milkman realizes and pulls them back. But Milkman's macro game is, I think... Yeah, Milkman's got this. Which is that. Duke hasn't. Duke's just expanded across to the right. Can I take down the comm center though? Even using upgrades. Very good point, Oops. Very good point indeed. Literally no upgrades. This is a run low on battle, isn't it? Although the VODs of these tournament VODs will finally realize why the mod is called Combined Arms. Yeah. Or we don't know. I'm Milkman GG's. Because that came in on top. The Duke wins both. I feel like Milkman's play is, and I mean no disrespect here, I feel like Milkman is the better player. Like technically he's playing a better game, but Duke, like his macro is a lot better, but Duke pulls out like these a little sneak attack here. Milkman's army control and his use of tanks, I think, isn't as good. Milkman's he sends them forward a little bit too much, and then they just die. So presumably Duke has some hidden genius skill that neither I nor anyone else can detect that is letting him win these fucking games. Both pretty good RA players. Yeah, I'm sure they are. I'm sure they are. If you've never played CA before or you've barely played it, you're not going to be playing as well as this. Like, I can criticize them. That's kind of what I'm supposed to be doing. Pointing out what works and what doesn't work. But I'm not mentioning a lot of the basic stuff because, well, it's basic, but these guys know it from playing RA. And obviously a lot of it. And it's just a slightly different style. It's clearly just a slightly different style. Who cares now? Yeah, sure. But that was a good matchup, I think. That was a really interesting match. Two really interesting games. You want Who Cares versus Creo? Make a note that I cast this. Milkman versus Bones. Okay, right. Let's do who. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. I don't know anything about Creo. I don't think he's on my fact sheet. I haven't been reading out the facts because I did that for round 1. I'm not going to do it for every game. Might do it again when we we'll do it again when we get to the bracket stage. There's nothing for WC either. WC obviously been playing for some number of years. And French. No. Swiss. No. French. No. Belgian. No. Luxembourg. Speaks French. Know that for sure. And Creo. So who cares? Traditionally a very well regarded and high ranked player. And Creo are sort of somebody that I don't know, but you guys I know Dark said was sort of on someone to watch out for. Oh, maybe that was it. One of the best RA players, right? Okay, so we have one of the top open RA players. Oh wait, RA or open RA? Oh, it's skilled open RA. Okay. Who cares? Old school. Creo is more of a newcomer, but one of the best. Yeah. Right. So. Any versus any. Okay. Right. Both of these players comfortable playing anything, and we've got Psychor versus Deutschland. Who? WC is Belgian, right? Okay. Creo is Swedish. Well, it can't all be English, right? Somebody has to live in other countries. Can't always be from Great Britain. Be from regular Belgium. Anyway, refs are out around the same time. Both players going for the bottom oils. Only 2 oils on the map. Moon, this one, and it looks like Who Cares wins. Meant to be a moon map, but it's landed somewhere in the Middle East surrounded by oil. Yes, this is in fact Saudi Arabia. But due to political pressure, Dark renamed the map. Let's see, these rifles can get something. Who cares? 19.5 messages in the CA Discord since 2021. That's a lot. That's 1.5 messages a day. Wait. No, it isn't. It's 15 messages a day. Okay, so the War Factory is ready and much sooner for Creo. What was WC doing? Not much. Not much. His ref was placed at it basically the same time as Creo. And then the power plant, 10 seconds later. War Factory, an extra 10 seconds later. So slipping behind there. I've almost 30,000 messages in the ammo Discord. Yeah, but that's because the ammo Discord is deranged. We're getting a nice wrap here. Nothing in the BTR. Medium should clear things up. I don't think... Well, actually, the rocket troopers... Rocket troopers will get this. Please move your... Wait, this doesn't explode and kill everyone, does it? Really nice positioning with Who Cares, by the way. He's trying to get the rifles around here to kill the rockets. Didn't quite work, but a really nice little bit of micro. It looks like he's quite under pressure. Not moving at all yet. Well, starting to move now, but taking a while. And Korea's gonna have a nice advantage here for an extra $400 a minute. An artillery coming out now. Radar next. Okay, but a second rack. Yeah, second racks. Presumably just to have it closer, right? Yeah. If you wanted to base what with it, put it over here. Come round. Oh, yes! You are? Get fucked, Thunder. I'm gonna enjoy seeing you lose. Korea is going for a big push, I guess. That was a mistake. I don't know why he went quite so deep with his starting army when he's got another 5k worth of units back home. What did you do? Weren't you bragging last stream when you won round T? Gotta, because you're smart. But if you're so smart, figure out a way of beating Who Cares. About the same on army. Earnings, Who Cares is massively down. No oil at this stage of the game. Well, no, this isn't total earnings. This is per minute. So, add 400 on, or rather, take 400 off Creo. 2 oils actually now. Okay, take 800 off Creo. We end up at 84. And I guess the extra difference comes from the fact that he's just been harvesting this for longer. This is obviously slightly lagging, right? If we look at proper eco, money earned, that's huge. That's huge. Measure minute by minute. Yeah, that's why I say it's like lagging. We went 4 refs early. Nah, he went 3 refs, then moved. He moved much earlier, and his war factory was placed 20 seconds before Who Cares. Like he was just a lot faster. Tank's in a good spot for Creo. Who Cares getting kind of stuck there. Around the back, really painful. Spy IV, quite nice. Mark targets, but I think, yep, no, that's Tiberium. That's not a secret Who Cares task force. MCV goes down. And if this ref goes down, I think he's in really big trouble. Nothing in there. Oh, you mean TDs? Good question. There's just more on time in his production. Yeah. Who cares? Kind of, he had buildings ready, but he didn't place them. Mega versus heavy tanks. Tank destroyers aren't supposed to be good versus heavy tanks, Doc. They're supposed to be shit versus everything. Everybody knows that. Who cares knows this exists? Guarantee it's bait. If it is bait, it's way too soon. Nah, actually it's good. Lashes. That's the legit sound effect from Your Revenge for Lashes. There's not much to say there. Who cares just seemed a bit rusty. That's the best way I can phrase it. He lost the initial engagement and then it seemed like he was a bit rusty. No oil didn't help. But he took a while to build. But then he also took a while to expand. Korea just playing a lot tighter. Let's see what game 2 holds.
Battle control terminated.
Let's see what game 2 holds.
Battle control initialized.
Any versus any again? Yeah. You got to give credit to people for playing in a tournament and playing any. Right, rather than factions that they know that they're good at. Or like better at. So yeah, Legion. And then France. 5 rounds, 5 factions. What? You're gonna go a different. That's what you do. So you're gonna go the same faction for both games in each round. Is that what you're saying, Thunder? Make it 1 faction per round, right? Okay. You heard it here first, guys. Whatever faction Thunder goes, pick in round 2 a faction that hard counters it. And this time they don't go for the same oil, although who cares will see this and know that things are safe. I mean, the only way I wouldn't get counterpicked is if I go random. True. Or you just pick a different faction. Are we going to see cannons? Are we going to see the grandest of cannons? Correct. Oh, you want to see BF and avatars? We're winning this fight. Hey, title. Late game fight's fucking awesome, yeah. The BF has been buffed over the last couple of patches. Or between 1.4 and 1.6 it was buffed quite nicely. I think you can fit 5 infantry in there now instead of 4. And I don't know if rocket troopers can shoot air now. I have a feeling that they can, and they definitely couldn't before. I threw a hissy fit and a tantrum and was kicking and screaming, gnashing my teeth. They can't shoot up still. This is ridiculous. Ridiculous. You just put the rocket launcher in the side, in the little hole, and then you point it up. But can they fit 5 inf in there now, or is it still 4 as well? I swear they got a buff. Yeah, 5. Okay. I'll settle for that being okay. Two? I actually built a medium. They're both gonna take each other's oils out. And Korea are gonna take the center, so to speak. Who cares? Gonna go for the slightly more macro play, so he can place a ref down here and potentially there, but he won't be able to place any defenses here or here. Who cares? Still a rifleman. He could recap this pretty easily. In fact, I would be tempted to recap both. You know, it's so much money. 15,000 more HP and +1 range a few versions ago. And still no one builds it. Maybe it's because they can't shoot up. I don't think Who Cares wins this. Lasers are going to cause some major issues. Without lasers, I think there's still a little bit too much imp. Nice to see both players with an artillery piece. Who Cares going to have to run. He's building a GC, but it's still 15 seconds. Upgrades, we've got, okay, influence level 1, would be much right now. Nope, building anything out the war factory there. What? Stealth tank? Yeah. You know this army was here. I'm amazed he didn't send out some riflemen to scout. I should have said something. I meant to say something. Prism tanks. Nice idea. Who Cares is broke. Stealth tanks are gonna get it. It's only one. Second one is really nice. You can get that down and hit them both at the same time. Tuka is going to go and try and go for a trade. No. You just... no, his army's conga lining. I can't watch. And on the right as well. Who cares? Getting torn apart. Yeah, his multitasking is nuts. This kind of reminds me of Marco playing Red Alert 2. And that's a GG. I mean, yeah, if that all came down to multitasking. Bit like Last Tournament, he's good with basic stuff, but I guess like lacks late game knowledge. It did look a bit like that, didn't it? And I assume that's because he's an open RA player. I mean, if we look at the upgrades, he had a hazmat suit. That's it. The stealth tanks were a nice touch. But Jesus Christ.
Battle control terminated.
Very stronger than Inno. Difficult to say. Difficult to say. I think plays Inno play pretty much like a machine. I would have said, and suffered from the same issue of not knowing late game. Right, what have we got left? Quite a few. Let's do... I haven't done Hyper vs. Sir. I've got Hyper vs. Sir. I have Strongberg versus Oops. No, I don't. But Hyper vs. Sir. Gavin versus Dark. And Nico versus Kasib. Let's do Gavin versus Dark. Where can I download? CNC? What? Combined Arms? Dark players, 4 different players. Dark filling in everywhere. Dark is everywhere. Let's see how he does versus Gavin. Dark's excuse in round 1 was he hadn't played multiplayer in a while. This will be his 5th game. Dark's power leveling. If Dark starts doing well in the tournament, you know there's going to be accusations that it's actually Blackened playing on his account under Dark's name, right? Blackened's like, psst, I don't want to enter under my name. because people might target me. But if I enter under your name, then we can screw with everyone. Darkened. Darkened and reddened. Right, so Dark going any, getting Ukraine, Gavin going with Zocom. Might see some Exos if it goes late. So let's see how Dark does things here. Let's see how Dark does things. This is a low oil map, right? One at the back, and that's it. Yeah. Look at this. You love to see it. And going back and protecting his ref. He has a flame tower pre-built just in case. I mean, literally, the man can't do anything badly. It's fucking textbook. Back and yeah. Wait a minute. Dark isn't this good. Almost like I know how to play again. Almost like somebody else is playing for you. Never back on map playing. See, I play badly, so that when I need to play, people underestimate me. That's the line I'm running with. Other excuses include, but are not limited to, I am retired. Everybody knows that casters in video games are retired professional players, which means I must have been a professional player at some point. But because I'm retired, I can't exit retirement. The expectations would be too big. The hype and excitement would be too much for most people to bear. Anyway, Com Center coming out for both of them, neither of them moving. Mirror matchup, build identical build orders, down to the fucking second. Gavin's spent more money though, just a little bit, presumably on okay, he's placed a guard tower. Dark hasn't placed his flame tower, and Gavin has capped the comm center, so that's $500. What else has been bought though? I don't believe Gavin's army's bigger. No. Then how the fuck is... Oh, okay, no, see, it's stabilized now. I was looking at spent. Yeah, Dark's eco is slightly, fractionally, marginally better, but that might just be because the harvester dumped a bit faster. Gavin going hold the line. Interesting. He wants those zone defenders. What, is he doing a drop? You mean like running up and deploying next to Gavin's base? I don't think so. I'm not a fan of this at all. In any game. At least put a tile between them. I get putting them all relatively close together. I actually quite approve of that in something like CA, where build radius is limited. But that's a bit too close. We're gonna have a yak attack. MSA. Why? Thief? Oh no, MSA can detect units. Interesting. I feel like I used to see a lot of mobile sensor arrays in the last tournament and in multiplayer games on sort of 1.05, 1.06. But this will be the first mobile sensor array we have seen this tournament. second Rax coming up for Dark. And Gavin going for tech. Thank GDI, makes sense. Ooh, nice bit of damage. Yeah, the MSA gonna give really nice range. Like that. A really, really useful thing to build. Like, its range is just obscene. Its stealth detection range is smaller than that. You can't actually see it, but the stealth detection range is like that, like from the, yeah, I guess a circle on the corners of that square. A drop. Shot troopers. Looks like Dark wants to amp up the pressure. He's certainly got the potential. But Immobile EMP will offer some resistance. Boom! That was a really nice EMP. But he doesn't take advantage of it. Do you think he's going to lose? I guess he thinks he's going to lose. Oh yeah, he's definitely going to lose. That fight, I mean.
Time to rock and roll.
Those shock troopers definitely putting the hurts on Gavin. Okay, that wasn't my best joke. Level 2 of Hold the Line. Another EMP. Do we have... No point defense. Dark implements hidden cheese in game. Yeah, if player equals Dark, then starting cash equals 100,000. Semicolon. Always remember the semicolon at the end of your code. Yak attack gets almost nothing. It's open source. I can show you where they are. Dark's army is very spread out, but the value is insane. Gavin trying to go for quality over quantity, but I mean, you need rifles. You need rifles in an army. Press F on the EMP car. I had some really nice high quality imp, but not enough mass. Look at this, 62 rifles, $6,000. And a random siege tank. Wouldn't have mattered, Dark spread mass was too good. Yeah, I mean,
Battle control.
When I said rifles, I meant a lot of rifles. You could have at least bled Dark out and made him think twice about going in. That was well played by Dark. Oh, you mean about the car? Oh, yeah. I thought you were talking about the rifles.
Battle control initialized.
Okay, so Dark going any again, getting ARC. Gavin picking Zocom. So GDI versus GDI. Let's see if Dark goes drone tanks and hold the line. You're often wrong about Devastators, but you can say anything nice about rifles and usually be right. Oh, dear. You mean I'm wrong if I was to say that they're a really bad unit and you should never build them? Damn, okay, well, I'll take that to heart. Be building Devastators every time I play CA then, from now on. Look at this. Rebuilding the guard tower. Yet again. Fanning out the infantry. Yeah, I love to see it. And look, yep, there you go. Dark hit zeroed money. Cancelled the guard tower and rebuilt it. Okay, he's not doing it now, but he did it earlier. Bit slow on getting the oil. Bit slow on placing the power. I said dark. Bit slow on placing the power. Bit, there we go. Not entirely sure what he was microing there. Probably the engineer to try and find the oil so that the engineer didn't go like down here or something. Nice. You'll have to see it. Guard tower to guard the ore. I went to make a cup of tea. So Dark Nose is gonna respond, but doesn't want to move his guys in. Doesn't want to lose anything. So obviously, it's a bit like RA1. He who attacks first attacks second, right? If you send your units to attack somebody else, the enemy gets to fire first. Say Inf is shit in CNC games because they're so wrong. The only game they're bad in is RA3. They're better in RA3 than they are in RA2. Yeah. Yeah, RA2 in, my man. RA3 in isn't that bad. Inf is fine in RA2. Dude, they get squished by anything and everything. Okay, so we got a bit of SimCity going on here, but I'll allow it. Both getting Vulcans, you know, pretty standard. You'll never see how strong GIs in Euro's Revenge. I mean, that's different, yeah. That's hardly Imp. That's just GIs. But yeah, no one ever builds infantry in Red Alert 2 in playing any faction, unless no. You might see Yuri build viruses to take out Soviet desolators, Iraqi desolators. And GIs, yeah, no one builds them. You just use them as power drop. Anyway. Do we have upgrades? Hold the line for Gavin. Nothing for Dark yet. Earnings. A little bit better for Gavin now. Dark's dropped off because Gavin's expanded past the cliff. Dark is not yet got his ref down. His ref is ready to be replaced. Dark Baby Doc showing his age. Struggling to multitask. Oh no. An army value Dark a little bit ahead. Another mobile sensor right for Gavin. Again, you love to see it. A new Orca trying to take it out. Nice, gets the kill. Sonic Tower. Jackknife. Are they timed, or can you? No, you can build an infinite number of those, can't you? Watch Camu request enough Orcas.
Time to rock and roll.
He was out of position. Like, for his AA was out of position. Alright, Doc's finally going to get his tech center. We've got zone defenders coming out from Gavin. Really nice unit. Into the imp. Into the imp. No, okay, it doesn't crash into the ground. I couldn't remember if it did or not. You want to be careful, obviously, with air versus GDI. Vulcans are just kind of too good. Dark, please. Please place buildings. He's low power. I mean, you could hit the RAF again, like with the Orcas. You commando sniped? Zone defenders. Are we building too many of them? No, not yet. Main commando icon persists at all zoom levels in replays. You know what I'd quite like to persist at all zoom levels? Garrisoned like pips. Obviously these are empty, but if you were to zoom out to, there you go, it disappears. So the Vulcans. Okay. Yeah, not enough anti-heavy. To get much done there. Spy plane. That's a lot of zone defenders. Drop pods. Uh-oh. Dark quite rightly scared about where this army is. Using York as scout around a bit. Getting a ref is painful, but not the end of the world. You will need to move his MCV soon, though. Gavin's, well, you know, Gavin's full spread across the top of the map, right? Dark is missing out on this. Gavin is not. Dark also low power? No? Why is that? Dark. Did he low power that manually?
Time to rock and roll.
Excuse me? A mammy tank? A big muscle mammy tank? Yeah, love to see, finally somebody admitting that they're a good unit to build.
Time to rock and roll.
I thought it was a ref that it killed. Nano shield generator. Nano shield power, increase armor of vehicles and aircraft by 5%. What have we gone for, Dark? None? You went for nothing? Have the money as well. Oh. I mean, the Sonic Tower was unfortunate. Not really much else to say about that. The lack of a stratagem, I strongly, that's a nice snipe, actually. I strongly dislike, you know, 5% range attack or armor. It's quite significant. Ow. Gavin getting traffic jam, but then the EMP coming in. Absolutely devastating. That's a lot of imp. Doesn't look like enough imp, though. Gavin not building anything? Dark broke? Uh-oh. Oof. Yeah, and the defense, the force shield's doing real nice. And then the zone defenders with the overlapping shields. That was 1-1 by Gavin. That was 1-1 by Gavin.
Terminated.
Why, you know, mate? Guys, let's not be too harsh on Dark now. He, like me, he's a mod maker. He's like me as a caster, right? His time has been and gone. Now he's giving back to the community. And if he's now giving back to the community, then at one point he was clearly a pro player. That's how it works. That's how it works. He literally made the game. That means he's already won. Yeah, debug menu the entire time. Yeah, he even built mammoth tanks. How could he possibly lose? But no, in all seriousness, those are some two good games. I quite like to see 1-1s, because it generally means that the matchup's pretty fair. You know, and do I have anything on Gavin? No, I don't have anything on Gavin. So I don't know how much experience he has and how much he's played. But it was a nice build out of Gavin. Darks was nice and textbook. And then he kind of forgot how to play the game. like the stratagem, the GDI, like one of those core things. It's super important. Too busy moving my orcas and jackknives around. Yeah, yeah. I bet dogs are going to make an enemy civilian called Gavin. Dark, you should totally do that in the campaign. When there's civilians, you should name them after players. You should absolutely do that. You know, have buildings. So if you hover over it, instead of saying Legato's Cola, as opposed to Yayo Cola. Find a very full one for Matt. What? Eureka me, Matt. Shut up. I'm not raising blood 20s. Yeah, I've seen it in a few. I've seen it in a few games. And obviously in Tib's Son, Westwood named all the buildings, or a lot of the buildings after employees. Which is why you've got Cola and stuff like that. Stuns everyone with his bald head. Shut up. Be mean. Right. So who else? Who did I say I had to do? I've done Hyper versus I've got 2 more to do. Strongberg versus Oops, we've done on Sunday. Hyper versus Yara. That's round 1. Altera we did on Monday. Cassius we did on Sunday. Gam versus Dot we just did. Milkman versus we've done that. Okay, Nico versus Kasib. Civilians named after you, only 69.95. I'm definitely missing one. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. I've casted 8. Nico and Kasib makes 9. Who cares? Legato versus Hands I've done. Who cares versus Creo I've done. Milkman versus Duke Bones I've done. Gavin I've done. Cassius I've done. Altera I've done. That's round 1. Stromberg I've done. Hyper versus Sir. That's it. Haven't done this one. Right.
Battle control initialized.
I knew I couldn't figure out which one I've missed on the list. Right. Hyper versus Sir. Yeah, so Sir has been playing for about five or 6 months. Hyper for a couple of years. Goes game 2 instead of game 1. Did I?
Battle control terminated.
No, I didn't. Stop lying to me.
Battle control initialized.
This is clearly the same map and same factions that I picked before. Okay, so we've got Reaper 17. Stormcrawler. I don't think we've seen Reaper 17 played at all this tournament. Maybe once on a random. Certainly not picked. Yeah. There's a space communists. Reaper 17. And then Sarah's gone any allies and has ended up with France. Really interesting. Let's see how this goes. Let's see how this goes. In terms of oils, just the back oils. Grenada now, space communist. Yeah. Like, don't you remember? It's the one place that uncorrupted by capitalism. right? We said space communists. Spice.
Space.
Hyper. Do you think he's gonna? This is experience, I think, here versus enthusiasm. Now a game, round 1 even. Hyper did come away 2-0, correct? Yes, versus Yara. Yara and Sir versus Cecile. Cecile is exceptionally new, and so I don't think judging Sir versus Cecile is a particularly good metric. As for Yara, I don't know about Yara. But I think that was quite a good series, actually. Hyper versus Yara. Kind of just vanished. Oh, really? Oh, that's a shame. Round 2 games? No. Well, Dark said 2 people had forfeit. Economic policy. Holy shit, economic policy? We haven't actually seen anyone do this. So the allied bonuses are they have the veterancy bonus for different levels of veterancy. Then give like better buffs and faster veterancy. You've got defensive policy, which gives more armor, obviously, and then higher levels sort of extra damage. Economic policy. Refineries cost less, so do harvesters and NCVs. Plus 25% Conyard radius at level 2. And 50% ore purifier income. Interesting. Are we going to see a multi-MCV? The extra build radius, pretty nice. What do we think? Kind of that. So it kind of goes to like there. Policies will get changed in 1.8. What, all of them? Oh, weekend events is going to get way better? Okay. Oh, you mean allied policies? Really passive, both players here, giving each other a lot of space and a lot of time. Neither of them teching up like that quick though in terms of tech buildings. Don't even have a radar yet for Sir. Sorry, yeah, and a nerve set, neither a nerve center for Hyper. Hyper's was later. Really? I'm not sure Sir realizes that you can have one harvester on each tree and it will basically fill up. A tree blooms enough tib that it will basically fill up, going from, if it's just dumped and it was empty there, or it finishes harvesting everything around a tree by the time it goes to the ref and then goes back and then starts harvesting, it will fill up. Also, I've been told. If I'm wrong, blame Dark. Hey, how far the ref is. Normally not. All right, nice engage. Hyper way out of position. Well, sort of out of position. Not reacting. That's a lot of disintegrators, though. But not enough, and that's a lot of riflemen. Blame Ramper, it's always Ramp Assault. That is true. Void Spike. Black Tiberium. Basically devalues the value of Tiberium. Devalues Tiberium. So again for the Allied Tech Center. Very nice to see. Intruders, Ravagers, the standard standard hyper infantry? No, the standard Skrin infantry. I'm gonna take his second expansion. But I get it. I got this from EA. They're helping out on the Ultimate Collection. Along with the poster. This poster is legit one of a kind. There are others like it, which are original. And then this one, and by original I mean like from 2000, 1999. And then this one is a one of a kind like remake from EA. Or which EA made. Along with a signed picture of Danny Kane, the Messiah himself. I was using that earlier for Red Alert. I've got some like I've got a Westwood t-shirt and a Nod and a Nod and GDI t-shirt, which are off like Etsy or something as well. But yeah. Nice push here from Sir. Kane equals Ball King. Exactly. Ravage is just so good. So damn good. Usually by the time I get some in them, I have their upgrades. I really need to hotkey upgrades. Malefic. Okay, it's a new one for me. Stalker. Darkener. There we go. Anathema and Void Spike. How do you feel about Tanya being in a Nod cult? Look, the way I see it, if you only need to look across 2 or 3 different mods to see that Kane is clearly building a harem. Oh, yes! What's that? Oh, no, it does shoot air. You just only have 1. Whoops. I've said it before. Kane in Red Alert has Nadia. In CNC 1, he doesn't have anyone, actually, to be fair. Tipson, Oksana, blonde, tight black leather. Red Alert, Nadia, blonde, tight black, okay, uniform, not leather. Red Alert, CNC 3, Killian Qatar, sorry. Blonde, tight black leather. Kane's Wrath, Alexis, blonde, tight black leather. Kane clearly has a type. Nice work with the mastermind there. Influence level 2, cryo fucking warheads. There we go. Allies have hit their power spike. Tanya's blonde in your revenge. No, you mean in Red Alert 3, not your revenge. Yeah. Okay, what's this black Tiberium business that I'm hearing about? This. Interesting. Devoid of most of it, so it reduces the value of Tiberium, I guess. Those Harriers are getting so much work done. These guys are all over the place. As opposed to Tanya's sister. Or like not quite sister, but what's the redhead Tanya called? Begins with an M, right? I can't remember what her name is. But unfortunately she never ended up, she never it's free, yeah. It's part of OpenRA. Or it's based off of OpenRA. Yeah, combined up. It's really good fun, man. Nice pulse. Oh, you don't need to detonate those? No, they just fire lightning bolts. That's right. This allied army late game is insane. There was no giant fight there. Hype was just kind of out of position a little bit. And certainly lacked the eco. Yeah, look at this. Only 7 harvesters. That is big. That is real big. Many players online? Not constantly, I don't think. CNC3? Nah, it's Red Alert 1. She was cut from the game. In Red Alert 1, Tanya wasn't supposed to have C4. She only had pistols. And then the redhead Tanya had C4.
Battle control terminated.
Okay, let's have a look at game 2. Factions completely different.
Battle control initialized.
So going any Soviets as opposed to any allies. Interesting. Looking at my notes, he did say that there was no faction which was his favorite. So presumably he doesn't want to get GDI or Scrin or Nod. So he doesn't want to go any. Hyper picking Zocon. Maybe we might see Exos. I don't know why Volkov was cut. That's a good point. Well, I guess in a way, like, yeah, okay. So Tanya still exists, you know, I guess in RA2 and RA1. But it can't be that much later on in time. Maybe Volkov was destroyed, right? Apart from what? I can't believe no one can remember or knows who I'm talking about. Fuck. One of those RA expansions. No, Volkov is the name of the Soviet commando in Red Alert 1. It's the equivalent of Tanya. And then he's cut. He just doesn't exist in Red Alert 2, and then Boris exists in Yuri's Revenge. Expansion seems Cyborg, yeah. And it's like it's. I can't remember if he's supposed to. He's certainly not supposed to be the guy on the front of Red Alert 2. I think he is supposed to be the guy on the front of Red Alert 1, like the Soviet sort of one eye, like with a sort of monocle kind of attachment eye patch thing. Boris doesn't exist in RE2. I didn't say it existed. I said they had nothing in RE2, and then Boris in Yuri's Revenge. Yeah. What? Why? Comm center before war? Megan. Red Alert 1, Megan. There's all that exists of her is her unit file. But she had Tanya's C4 and Tanya didn't have C4. And she looks like a redhead Tanya. Bit different. But I mean, there's only like 25 pixels in a Red Alert 1 character, so, or like infantry person. So, you know, they can only make them that much different. She was anti-armor. She only has C4. There's, like I said, there's not a huge amount of information about her, other than some basic. You can find a couple. You can find her sprite model, and a couple of bits of basic information. But she was cut pretty early on. But that's why Tanya has C4 and double pistols. Imagine Sarah and Dark fighting. I know, right? Oh, God tier pilot. I don't know if we'll see a drop or anything, but one there's right there. Oh! Wait, no, that's the wrong player. Shit. Why didn't what? Oh, to be fair, he built more army. Never mind. That just means that he lost like 1,200 bucks of infantry if the line didn't go up, and that's what he built. And Lamego bring Volkov back. Boris's discount. Volkov sucks. Predator 1 sucks. Let's go. Boris has you know, laser paint for airstrikes. That's pretty fucking cool in my book. Tanya, I've got to get up to a building and place C4 on it to blow it up. Boris, yeah, no, fuck that. I can't be bothered. I'm gonna stand like quite a distance away from it, paint a target, and then 3 seconds later it disappears. Boris and Bullet Dodger from Snatch. That's a great movie. I prefer Lockstock though. Anyway, what do we get for upgrades? Search and Destroy from Hyper. Search and Destroy. A little bit slow on the expansion. I mean, he does do this little wrap around there, which is nice to see. Drunk? No. No. Surprisingly. Sonic amplifiers. Holy shitballs. That is a big lineup. Where did that value come from? Oh, worth mentioning. What in, tap the damn oil, sir. Harvester not moving. Jesus Christ. Hyper getting so pissed off by the yak. Disruptors, interesting. For anti-infantry. I think you forgot about it, Valkyrie. Like, it's only you fight over at the start and then players generally forget about. This is gonna die. Because it sucks versus, like, BTRs. It is insane versus infantry, though. Good fucking god. That was a lot closer than it should have been. And infantry really melting there. But I think the issue is economy. Yes, 100% it is. $12,000 different in money earned. Army value 27,000 versus 12,000. Now imagine if all of that money, imagine if Hyper had earned as much as his army value would be up there. Really nice macro out, sir. Really nice. Hyper giving way too much space, though. Way too much space. Problem is, a lot of the value left over after that fight was mech, which just kind of died in one hit. Or died to rocket troopers and exos. So now we reset. Just 3 Harveys though for Hyper. He's economically on he's kind of on a timer, right? Because Sir's lost an army, but he's still got all of the infrastructure. He's only got 5 harvesters? 6. Maybe it's not quite as bad as I thought then. Is that tank? Yeah, he's going armor doctrine. Interesting. He is building some tanks. And he's got Gatlings and Lashes. Does Hyper notice that there's no MiGs there? Or not very many? Fuck's sake, those things. Those things are OP. I think they're broken. I've seen them chase units like halfway across the map before. Yeah, Hyper did notice that there should have been more MiGs. They're empty?
Time to rock and roll.
See? It tried to chase across the... Thankfully, it's not firing anymore. MCV does go down, though. We have a service depot, so... No, see? It's broken. It's legit broken. The timer is over. The other 2 went off, and this is targeted aircraft. And it's been flying around chasing them, and then shoots, like... Yeah. Now, question is, will the disruptors get much done? I don't think so, because there's no mass. Things can be focused on. Interceptors fixed in 1.08. That looks like a bug. I saw that bug a lot playing 1.0, 1.6 campaign. I saw that bug a lot. It was very annoying because I like to build aircraft. And like I said, it would chase me halfway across the map as well. It wouldn't stay in its circle. It wasn't even that they would linger for too long. But yeah, Hyper not expanding fast enough. And that fight there, the disruptors were great. Just a little bit too late and not enough anti-tank. I honestly thought it would do worse.
Battle control
Because of a lack of anti-tank. Exactly, had no max range. They can chase infinitely if they see enemy aircraft. Yeah, okay. I thought it might be something like that. Hey, Polly. How you doing, my man? Let me make a note that we've done that one. We've got one last series. One last series. So yeah, Hype vs. Sir. An interesting one. Sir really showing that he can play with the big boys there. Hey, drunk. The game Thunder plays? Yep. Thunder's third. Thunder's third so far. Oh. I closed down the thing? Damn it. I know. Oh, I don't have the, challenge. I did have it. So I can't show you that he's third, but he is third. Don't worry. He'll get cut down to size next. Right, so Nico versus Fox. Oh, there we go. Thanks, Croc.
Battle control initialized.
Yeah. Thunder doing well. Thunder doing well. Actually winning games. 1-1 in round 1. 2-0 in game 2. Give me number 1 easy. Drunk, you should try it. Marco played a fair bit of OpenRA back in the day. And played a little bit of Combined Arms. Anyway, we have Eni getting France. Nico, old hat at this, knows what he's doing. Versus Fox playing as Russia. Now let me just double check. Fox in game in round 1. Yes, played versus Dark and went 1-1. And yeah, came back against Dark in whoops, sorry, I had the wrong thing closed and open. Dark should have probably gotten 2-0 there, I think, if it's the one I'm thinking of. And through the game badly to an embarrassing degree. Now Grenadiers, really nice idea. But Nico had a a rifleman in on each side to check this. And Fox guessing that, which you love to see. You love to see it. But Fox also giving up the oils, both of them, which is really bad. Anti. I don't know what the hell allies would build which could rush. I don't hate it, but at the same time, it's sort of meh. Oh, the pre-built pill. You'll have to see it. Okay, Rangers. Excellent idea there, Fox. Where's it going? There. Nope. M's been moved from both. Nico going back, Fox going forwards. Interesting. Obviously Nico going for the double tree. Fox going for ultimately 3 trees. Which at this stage of the game is probably good that you can just kind of sit, right? You can build, you can build your power plants, you can build your radar around and base walk with it. Whereas Nico's gonna have to probably won't move. He'll probably sort of tech up a little bit and then move. Especially playing as France. Oh shit, scout tanks. I forgot scout tanks. Also, aren't Mirages only UK? England? Tester call out. Don't hate it. But I mean, never just place a Tester call. Ever, ever, ever. The definition of glass cannon. Need a load of inf to be around that. Seven to 3. I would almost want to build another Rax. Here. You should have scattered that. 1 rifleman. Hey, Platinum. Cheers, buddy. 28 months. Hot diggity damn. Appreciate that, man. On our last... this will be the last game of round 1. And the artillery doing work. Target the Arty. Pull back. Oh, why are we building a service depot? Really would have liked to have seen a Rax. Really would have liked to have seen a Rax up here. Fox was the person who was building shock troopers when they were in trouble. Yeah, Nico's gonna crush this. Everything's coming out in 1 by 1. Thunder, I was thinking second Rax just for so that it's closer to the fight. I wasn't even thinking about dual production. Look, pillboxes everywhere. Tech centers out. And Nico actually backs off. Way too close. Because this Rack's miles away. Absolutely miles away. Okay. Nico just moved, not attack move. That was really close. Cryo rockets. I mean, Fox, give Fox their due, is on 7 harvesters and is building another ref and is still alive. They shouldn't be, but they are. But Nico behind all this, I think, is building a well, it doesn't even have a radar. Oh no, no, sorry, what the hell am I saying? Of course he has a radar. IFVs. Tanya goes down faster than a cheap hooker. And the heavy tank Tesla tank just scares them off. The problem Nico has now is that Fox is somehow macroed behind this. I hate it. I fucking hate it. It feels like, I mean, Dark's situation was worse. Dark had a giant army and could have ended the game. But I feel like Nico could have got more damage with this army that he cleared everything out and then ran back. Obviously, you don't have vision. Advanced influence progress by 1 minute. That's what time skip does. Okay. Tesla arcing. This is gonna get scary. One oil each. A significant lack of units over here. 14,000 versus 5 versus 2. Tanya IFV? Yeah, yeah. Gonna kill all of that. Grand cannons. Jesus Christ, they melt. Oh, that is a bold place to put a reactor. That was the no, I thought that was an ability. Yeah, that is. What is that? Oh, it's the radar jammer. And there's Tanya taking out the wall. And this is now over. Can you hold shift? Yeah? Now it's time for cleanup. Watching Fox play is actually quite fun. Fox should not be alive. Not at all. There's Nico's spy sat. Should see this, but just probably decides to ignore it. Personally, I would like players to GG out at this point. Like, it's clearly a loss. Yeah, that was good to watch. I enjoyed that one.
Terminated.
I enjoy ones where people should be dead but aren't. Alright. Final match.
Battle control initialized.
So, any mirror matchup. I think this is our first actual mirror matchup. I've had one GDI match, which is the mirror match. But this is RNG mirror. So leeches, we're gonna see probably atomizers. Don't know. Just things coming on Fox's players, and you're watching people cling on with every fiber of their ego. Yeah. I don't like the fact that Fox, when they're in trouble, decides to build tester troopers. I don't like how they didn't build another Rax near the middle of the map when their only Rax was almost as far away from the action as it possibly could be. The tester coil out in the open was a big no-no. There should have been units around it and a bit more scouting. But all of that comes with experience. A lot of that comes with experience, at least. We're called for rad troopers. Yeah. But yeah. Yeah, Russia gets rad troopers. Yeah, of course it does. So yeah, mirror matchup. Okay, early warrior push from Fox. But they're hitting different long range, faster attack speed. That's true. So both players going for a warrior push. Neither player's getting anything. But those seekers will do some damage. Nice, hospital. You'll love to see it. One oil each with Nico getting the second. Rad troops are rock only. I knew that was a reason why not. I thought it was desolators were rock only. But yeah, you're right. It's rad troops are rock only. I was thinking that for some reason Russia didn't get rad troopers. I couldn't quite remember why. Now the plasma cannon. Nerve center maybe? You'll get cleaned up. Oh! Fox stealing the oil! I love this. This kind of impulsive, hey, you're not guarding your oil, I'm gonna steal it. And yeah, Nico's not gonna cap it. He's just gonna destroy it. Which is, I mean, what's the alternative, right? You build $400 worth of units. Could you cap it? Could you destroy it that quickly? No, probably not. So an engineer becomes the best way to destroy an oil. What did Fox do? Or was that laughing? Fox now bringing up a nerve center. 18 seconds on the clock. Nico obviously already has his. Tesla is upgraded rad, so you're right. Yeah, everybody gets rad and everybody gets shock troop, right? It's just Soviets get Tesla. And Iraq only gets Deso. And only Iraq gets Deso. Only Iraq gets rad and Deso. Oh, okay. Flame troopers, they don't explode, right? Hypercharge, that's for the feature, right? No, it's for the seekers. Gotta love the leeches. They're so good. Yeah. Hypercharge is to kill harvesters. I don't think he got one. Otherwise we'd see see a husk. So was 4, now suddenly 5. Harvest is 6. And we got Malefic coming out for Fox. Hypercharge coming out for Nico now. Both expanded about the same. Again, I have no idea what Fox's background is, how much they've been playing, but in my head I have Nico as quite a good player. And like going in a mirror matchup, going toe to toe with him is pretty impressive. The Void Spike's great. Really nice. Could be micro a bit, I guess. If it is possible. The Ravager's thrown away. Not great. No, stop throwing away units, please. Problem is, Nika has a fair amount more production. Double wall factory. Oh, no, that's Mastermind. Sorry, what am I saying? I thought he had double wall. Obviously not. Get a plasma turret out there. Triple disintegrator. Fox needs to group their army a bit more. Leecher, get the Devourer. Probably can't save this. Could save it for sure. But the imp is just too spread out. For once ever, Storm Riders doing something of value. And taking out straggler infantry. Is this another eco game? Yeah. Okay, this has come down to eco again. You can normally tell, because both players, like the first fight was really well fought by Fox, even though they lost. But their inability to Re-up. Yeah. Is what really killed him. I think that's going to be all she wrote. I just filtering in units tends to never work. Now folks will repel this, but they won't repel this. You can both Raz and Shocks in the campaign. Yeah, you can. And you can upgrade them both. Because the campaign isn't most missions in the campaign don't have doctrine. They are made before doctrines. Getting a warfare was nice. Fox is going to try and hold on, I expect, but this was really nice to see. That's the Banshee sound from Tibsun. An excellent sound effect. Like all sound effects in Tibsun. Jesus Christ. 9. Great coalescence. And yeah, this is over. I expect. Come on. Mastermind. Am I controlling buildings? I don't know why I thought, like I said before, at this point, I think if you've lost, you're just time wasting at this point. I'm not a fan of this. Like, there's nothing else on the map. Yeah. That's a GG. Cool.
Battle control terminated.
You're just taking time. Yeah, exactly. Anathema tripod ripped. The previous game, Fox had a chance. Yeah. Yeah, it ain't over until the fat lady sings. But the fat lady had sung and had done an encore, and at that point it's a good idea to GG out already. But nice. Well, excellent. That takes us to the game, to the end of round 1. On round 2 even. Standings. Let's have a look. So we've got whoever this guy is. Never heard of him before. Senior rank 1. We've got Creo at number 2. Sarah at number 3. Oh, Thunder, you've dropped to number 6, buddy. The pride before the fall. Strongberg, oops. I think in terms of people, yeah, because not all of the scores were updated. Thunder. Get wrecked. That's what he's ranked. When I started streaming, only 6 of these were filled out. Dark's updated it throughout the stream. So, Trip, Milkman, Bubbly Boo, Cecile, Gavin is coming in to replace Tengun. Yara, Dark down there, but Dark's not really played many under his name. Matches. Win, loss, tie? What? But Legato's... Oh, okay, that counts a tie. Right, okay, got it. The Dark has tied 1 and lost 1. Got it. Okay. The Milkman's tied 2. Nobody's lost... Oh, wait, no, sorry. Yeah, okay. Win, loss, tie. Yeah, okay. So Milkman and Trip both lost, have lost all of their games so far, unfortunately. Everybody else has a tie and a loss. Most of these guys are relatively new or open RA players, so that all makes sense. Getting blooded. You know, Yara again, for example, forgetting that multi-queue was a thing. Perfectly understandable. So don't want to take this with don't want to take too much importance out of these early games. Still 3 series for people to turn things around before the groups end. Legato expected somewhere up here. Stromberg expected. Oops expected. Who cares? Hyper, Hans, Altera. Kind of expected these 4 up here, but instead we have 2FA. We've got Thunder, we've got Sir, and we've got Creo. So very interesting. But I didn't say Thunder expected. I said Legato, Stromberg, Oops, and who? Oh, did I say Thunder? Shit, I didn't mean Thunder. 1-1 is a tie. I didn't mean it. I was reading somebody else, buddy. Okay, back, buddy. Ah, yeah. Can't wait. Can't wait till you're down here. Can't wait. Nah. But no. In all seriousness, well done to newer people. Hopefully they do get crushed and stamped on. You know, these little upstarts. Coming in here, stealing the top spots. Hans, Hyper, who cares? Altera. Are they really going to stand for this? I hope not. Well, they need to start putting in some practice. But you know, Duke playing some excellent games. Gray playing some excellent games. Really nice. Nico. That. How have they only got 1 point on the board here? Oh, because Nico and Conceive Dark hasn't updated it yet. Okay. Nico after this is going to be up here. He's going to be up here. And Kasib with 2 losses, with a loss and a tie, is going to be somewhere around here. So Nico, Thunder, you said that you're playing Who Cares next, right? Are you sure? You've won 1 and you've tied 1. Because Nico has also won 1 and tied 1. Personally, I think Thunder should play Stromberg. I have a really quick game to watch as well. 5 minutes done. Double engineer at BTR. Thunder going, what? I didn't expect this. Matt's only said the Stromberg does this in like 80% of games across the last 2 years. But no, really good game so far, and nice to see the newer players take, players who don't play CA deciding to join and test their mettle. This is obviously not a skill limited tournament, and so if you're new, don't have a huge amount of experience, or play another game a lot and your mindset is not necessarily in CA but is in OpenRA, then yeah, it's not going to be easy. But these players still signed up for it, and it's noteworthy that they decided to play and they wanted to play. Anywho, I am gonna go to bed. Let's find someone to raid.